Welcome to the highlight package of the first semi-final of the ongoing 126th edition of the Beighton Cup. And in this game between Indian Navy and Army 11, all the passionate hockey lovers were treated to some enticing and riveting hockey action. Now, Army 11 punched above their weight. They utilized the wings extremely well. They broke through the defensive lines and they made sure that they pump a couple of goals up against the defending champions and the champions of the Beighton Cup in the last two editions. If you do a vox pop around the city of Calcutta asking who they think would win the Beighton Cup, they would have inadvertently chosen Indian Navy. But things didn't pan out as they would have wanted. Indian Navy did try their level best, but it was some top notch defending from the white shirts. They maintained their lines, they maintained every single position that they have. They were quite creative in finding those little spaces up top. So this was how things panned out for both the sides in this entire game. We'll quickly take a look at the first goal that was scored. It was an absolute fiery goal that came in from Pratap Shinde. This was what it meant to them. It came in through a penalty corner. It didn't matter in the finals how the penalty corners come in the semifinals, of course, but this was an absolute picture perfect penalty corner. The injection was right, the setting was right, and then he smashed the back of the net, the drag flicker. There were plenty of body duels as well, plenty of chances received by both the sides, but none that they could materialize, especially Indian Navy. Indian Navy would be utterly disappointed and gutted with their performance in this game. They did try their level best to do something special, but they failed to fire it at the back of the net as well. And then Indian Navy, the long passes were really good. The outlet passes were very good, but pressure, they could feel the pressure right throughout the game. And that is exactly where they faltered. And again, like they say, fortune favors the brave. They wanted luck to be with them, but they failed to have any slice of luck in this entire game. This was an absolute fabulous passage of play for both the sides in this one round, but they failed to do anything special in this entire game. They're coming in from the left flank and they had to kick it away. Now at the edge of the circle, the white shirts again. This was again inside the shooting circle, like you all can see. They clipped the foot, felt like. And then the outlet passes from Army Red were really good. And then the subsequent coming in from the right flank. This was, of course, a brilliant combination play. This was an outlet pass. And then at the edge of the circle, he did well to get past a couple of defenders. And then good combination. And then a fabulous goal that we witnessed from Army Red that was enough to put a nail in the coffin of Indian Navy. Indian Navy, two-time champions, they were gunning for their third title, but the Beighton Cup has got a way to humble you. The Beighton Cup has got a way to bring you down on your haunches in case you are not performing well. And that is what happened. Courtesy of the brilliant performances of Army Red, they literally brought Indian Navy down on their haunches. 3-0 was the scoreline. Eventually, the third goal being scored via a penalty stroke that was awarded, and then there was absolutely no missing that penalty stroke as well. We'll show you that highlight package of the penalty stroke in just about a few more minutes. But this was a few good opportunities that came in. The long ball strategy from Indian Navy did not perform well today. Luck did not favor them as well. There you can see a couple of deliveries that came in. The receive either was not good, either it was definitely not on target as well. Again, they were coming in from the right flank. They tried to make that circle entry but failed to do so. Indian Navy once again pushed the ball. This was a solid opportunity, but they failed to put it behind. And there you can see this was the penalty stroke, and then Jobanpreet Singh did not make any mistake and crashed the back of the net. So that was the third goal that was scored. Jobanpreet up against Sanjay, who was the player of the tournament in the previous edition of the Beighton Cup. Jobanpreet Singh has been an absolute force to reckon with, and once again he showed his true colors. He showed everyone that he can be an absolute match winner. So that was the end of the highlights. It was a brilliant game from both the sides. Army Red eventually win the game 3-0.